you hope your team's going to win a game, and you don't know which way you're going to win. And that was a very different way. Really like with Minnesota, and still think they should be a NCAA tournament team. I think that they are good, they're a very good basketball team. But today it was like the stuff that the intangibles that you don't that aren't measured in this stat sheet right now. I mean, Jordan Morgan's 10 rebounds or something, but the 50-50 balls that he got, what Spike did, the charge Jordan took, while all those other things were coming out that you'll all see in this stat sheet, it's a terrific job by guys just getting things done. That was going to be a tough one. I think that, and I didn't even know if our guys knew about the state's loss today. Somebody spoiled it and told me on the way out there, which really ruined my day. I mean, seriously, because I didn't want to know. I didn't want to know what was happening in that game, and as a result, but we just played with a sense of urgency when we needed to. So to get the victory. Concerns would be our fast break. We threw the ball right to them way too many times. They got great quickness, good length, but we can't, win many games if we're going to work hard, get defense, and then give it right back to them. At the same time, it was enough to get a victory.
Chris, why don't you start us off?
Talk about that sequence, the 50-50, where Jordan gets the tie-up and then Spike hustles for the ball. I mean, Coach Pitino called that the difference in the game.
I mean, it was huge. I mean, because you could see that one was going to come down to somebody was going to make big shots for us or them, and whoever did was going to win the game. And when you can keep possession, you keep them from getting that big shot. And then Spike ended up hitting a huge one to give us some separation.
Ron?
John, you've been talking about how important the Big Ten title is for most of the season. Now that you've clinched a share of it, and I'm sure you're not satisfied with that either, how fulfilling is it to have two in the last 3 years?
You know, I'm not good at that. I'm not good at looking back at that and trying to embrace all that. I sort of focused on let's just beat Illinois, but it is. I know we talk about it all the time, and when it sort of happens, you don't know really how to act, and that's who I am, I guess. But I know this is incredible at Michigan, what we do about, prizing a championship in the regular season. I've never seen it like this before, and we're all embracing it. But what's rewarding is that these guys they set a goal, and now they're almost all the way there. That's what's really rewarding.
Joe?
Coach, Jordan Morgan, after beating Michigan State, was very understated in his reaction after, winning a share of the Big Ten. Also understated, sort of, very focused still. How does his focus kind of set the tone for the team as a whole?
Yeah, this is a quiet group. I mean, they do have a lot of fun. But Jordan has seen so many things. He's been, as we talked the other day, to the bottom and then also to the top, and having a basket to beat Syracuse and taking a charge against Syracuse put us in the final game. So I think that's how the team is, but maybe it's reflective of the coach's personality, the coaching staff, is that we're a focused group, and we probably need to relax a little more sometimes. And I know my assistants do, but I wasn't relaxed going into this game. This was a team that had a lot of weapons. They scored 95 or something the other night, and defense hasn't been a great asset to us at times this year. I thought we really played good today.
Brandon?
Obviously, throughout the season, just on the numbers, it's Nick, Glenn, and Karras for the most part. But other Big Ten teams have guys putting up numbers. At this point, is it those secondary contributions and game-winning plays being made by a Spike Albrecht or Morgan? Is that what makes you guys maybe different?
And I think it was last year. The outliers, the guys that nobody's talking about, that sort of get out there and just make plays. I mean, I wanted to go back. We talked about going back with Spike at the 4-minute mark, go back with Derek at the 4-minute mark, just because Derek was playing well. But I just had this feel Spike really sees some things really well that a veteran should. And so I asked him how he felt going into that in the last 4 minutes. He said, Coach, I'm great. So we just kept him in there. But that's what you need. At Minnesota, we don't get that win. I mean, Zach Irvin hit 5 threes at Minnesota. We don't get that win without that. That's been, we talk about the other guys, as you mentioned, but those guys are the ones that are making a big difference as well.